Welcome to the latest new channel to review comics. This is the Temple of Tomes. I'm your host, Indie Comics Jones, and just want to say that, the last thing we needed was another comics review uh, channel, but here I am, and part of it is I was going to try to do comics that weren't as widely reviewed as I thought they should be. And when I went out there and looked, I really didn't find anything on some of these. So hopefully this will be more of an original content. Starting this channel just out of curiosity to see what it's like. And kind of bored actually because of the whole COVID thing. It is May 9th, 2020. And the first one we're going to do here is Nebula. Now, I believe this is her first own series, if I'm not mistaken. I've got the first two issues here, and I had high hopes for this, actually. I really liked the character, from the way it was portrayed in the movie, and I was hoping that it would go forward and keep that kind of same personality and everything. And for the first issue, pretty close. I'm not going to say it's dead on. First of all, I'll just go over the author is Vita Ayala. The artist is Claire Rowe, and I believe the colorist is Mike Spicer. Mike Spicer has some kind of role in this, but I couldn't find it right away in the credits. So I believe that's what it is. So overall, this first issue I thought was pretty good. I found it very exciting. It was a page turner. Had a lot of action, a lot of fighting, which is never, it can be too much sometimes, but it's never, you need it in there. You need some kind of conflicts other than just some kind of dishing back and forth. Now, I want to mention that the character does not speak, in my opinion, does not speak in the same type of dialogue that we saw her speak in the movies, and unfortunately that is what it is, because I really did like the way she spoke and her whole temperament in those movies, and the way she was struggling with trying to overcome her thoughts of her drive of revenge and just being kind of a mean person overall. There are flashes of it in here, but not enough really to sustain the type of character we saw before. Okay, so anyway, let's go right into this issue a little bit. I thought the artwork in it was pretty good. But there are flaws with the story, unfortunately. Okay, as you can see, there's some of the artwork. Not bad. Not bad. All right, we'll go. Here's something here. Marvel made unveiling. 2020, February. I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm glad they gave us a warning. Okay, so as you can see here, she starts off and pretty much just takes a kid as a hostage. Now, part of my issue with this, try to keep the glare to a minimum. Part of my issue with this is we don't know why she's on the spaceship. Just start, she's on a spaceship. We don't know how she got there. We don't know how she got into it. And there's a few other questions that are kind of linger. They're never really explained. She's there basically to get a new piece of hardware for herself, to be implanted in herself. Okay, so you can see there's a lot going on, and there's some things like this. She's got the drill. It looks like a drill. I'm not sure if it is or not, in her left hand, and then but then she's holding the kid in her right hand. But then, like the next panel, she's got some kind of gun in her left hand, and it doesn't really explain how she did that. Because if you look here, her gun is on her right side, so that's a little disconcerting. But it's comics, and we see that now, and I don't think the editors are doing the kind of job they should be doing and noticing things like that. And I think it's been brought up in other people's videos as well. So anyway, there's just some things going on here. as she tries to get this implant done that will make her even a more fierce competitor. Oh, I just want to point out here, there seems to be some new comic coming out. And outlawed. We could only hope that it would be outlawed, but apparently it's not. It's coming. It's coming anyway. So anyway, as you can see, it's got the close-ups. It's got some decent action, and I thought it was pretty good. I gave it a B+ on Comic Vine. Overall, I enjoyed the story, and I was really looking forward to the second issue. But the second issue had a lot of issues, as we can say. Nebulous of issues. Stuck in the nebulous. Okay, first of all, let's just take a look at this cover. It's nicely drawn and everything, and there's a couple kind of high-tech ninja-type warriors attacking the character here, the main thing. Now here's the problem I have with this. You see all the swords in the foreground too, kind of like sticking out right there. Now the problem I have with this is this character that they're showing defending herself. She's not in the book at all. The shaved head on the side there. So I'm not sure what the heck is going on. A character so prominently featured, you'd think that she would have something to do with the book, something to do with the story. And these ninjas back here, guess what? They're not in there either. I don't know if you can see that one way up there. It's kind of jumping out of the light there. Not in it either. And these swords that are emanating some kind of blue power, they're not in there either. In fact, there's no swords in here. I think there might be like a machete or two, but nothing like what we're seeing here. It's almost like they got the wrong cover on the wrong book. And I think that might be part of what's going on here. It's the same crew working on it. Vita, Claire, and Mike. And and yes, Mike Spicer is the colorist. It's actually listed here in this time. And new Black Widow #1 is coming out. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Kelly Thompson. All right. Oh, I wanted to mention that Outlawed. I think the writer of that was Evil Ewing. So go back on that one. Look at that sometime. So all of a sudden, she has crash landed on this barren planet, not unlike something you would see in a Star Wars story. So it went from the space swashbuckler to suddenly the opening scenes for Star Wars, and even like episode 4, episode 7, episode 8, Rogue One, whatever. Desert, barren planet. Then she has some flashbacks that don't make any sense at all. It's totally incoherent. This really went off the rails, I believe. And of course, she's saved by a little cute little alien girl with cat ears. She's got some kind of cat creature too, and so there's this little bonding that goes on. And there's that Outlawed again, champion. So everybody's outlawed, more outlawed. We could only hope, right? All right, Wanted. Okay. The Keene Act was not strong enough, apparently. Okay, so I'm coming up. I gotta finish this up quick because it's running too late. Anyway, she's a little girl helping her out, and of course she gets attacked by the males that are there to collect her illegal amounts of water that she is collecting. She didn't have the right permit, but Nebula comes to the rescue, of course, and she's OP on these people anyways. We've known Nebula in the past, so it was no problem at all. So she thropes and hwangs and cracks and saves the day, basically. So it was kind of a manual fight scene there. But no swords, no ninjas, no nothing. So this one here, I gave it a B plus because I thought it had potential. It was exciting. It was a page turner. This one, I gave it a C minus. Thinking maybe it should have been a D. It just wasn't really that good. The art was decent though, so I don't want to roast everybody. They seem to have done their best, but it's a cover without a cause here. Okay, well, it's time for me to go. This is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes. See ya.